Dear God, I have been in my own shell for quite some time now, but I think I am finally ready to get back into the groove of things and blossom into the person that you have planned for me to be. I thank you for building me back up and working on me in private. You never fail to show up for your children. I trust this is just the beginning of a beautiful journey for you and I. Thank you for isolating me and preparing me for this very moment. I ask that you remain in me and in my heart no matter what I do. Please allow me to be a reflection of you and your teachings as I bloom this year. Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, I am Temi Lachey. Thank you so much for watching, and please like, comment, and subscribe. So that prayer that I just said, that is from an Instagram page called Feed Her Wisdom. I'm going to link her on the screen. And I just thought there was no better way to start this video than to say that prayer, because that, when I saw that, I think she just posted it yesterday or 2 days ago. When I just saw that, it just felt so synonymous with where I am in my journey right now, just my journey of life. If you were here for my last video, you would see that it was about how to use your loneliness to fuel transformation. And so I was talking a lot about how I was isolating myself and how I was working on myself and how I wasn't really hanging out with friends. And I was just talking about a whole plethora of things, and just really, but all with good intent. I was talking about how to really better myself. But that prayer, now that I'm out of that, I'm coming out of that transformative period and becoming that transformed person, if that makes sense. And that prayer was just chef's kiss. It was exactly how I feel right now. And I just wanted to share it with you all because maybe it could help you. Maybe you guys can look on her Instagram page yourself. It's called Feed Her Wisdom. And she posts prayers for a lot of different situations. And it really is actually helping me in my prayer life. It really actually is. I'm a person who prays a lot. So I really appreciate that. If you're somebody who watched my last video, you might be wondering why it took me so long to make a new one, or if you're even wondering at all, I'm not a big YouTuber or anything, but we claiming it. We claiming more subscribers for 2024. Okay, I'm claiming it. Period. But you might be wondering, girl, that video was when I look at how long ago I posted that was more than 100 days ago. So well over 3 months ago. And really, honestly, I just didn't feel like it was right. I just didn't feel like it was right. I tried so hard to come back on YouTube. I tried to film videos multiple times. I tried, and I felt like I just wasn't being authentic. I wasn't being authentic to myself, and that is something that I'm really gonna dead, coming into this new year. Happy New Year, by the way. Sorry, Happy New Year. I'm wishing all of you a safe, happy, and healthy, and productive, beautiful New Year. And whatever goals that you set for yourself, whatever endeavors that you're trying to achieve for yourself, I wish you all the best. But coming into this new year, I just feel like it's important, it's important for me to be very authentic, because when I watched previous things that I tried to do, it just felt forced. And I think it's because I still was in that very transformative period. That period where I said, okay, I am using my loneliness to fuel transformation. Okay, I watched that video back and I said really good things, I believe, in that video. That's true to where I was at that point in time. But however, just in a few months, I've evolved again. And I look back at myself and I look and I see the hurt in me. Well, I know myself, so I could tell that I was hurt. So I just feel this more refreshed and refined and rejuvenated version of me. Really, I want to come from just a more soft approach, because I felt like I was like aggressive, but that's where my headspace was. And if you see me looking down, it's because I'm looking down. Girl, got bad memory. Also, a little ASMR for the girls. This is what I'm sipping on. Yes, I'm sipping on wine. Going into 2024, I actually don't drink heavy anymore. I do not drink heavy. I do not just take a liquor and pour juice with it. Nope. We're only doing beautiful cocktails this year, wine and an occasional champagne. I really do not like heavy drinking anymore. I don't like taking shots. I don't like binge drinking. Nope. We're going into something new this year. But without further ado, I want to get into my tips on how I am living like a better quality life. And I want to give you guys tips on how to boost the quality of your life, how to live this soft girl life. Like, what does soft girl life mean? Okay, I'm going to find a definition of soft girl life, and I'm going to put the best definition of what it means to me on the screen. And if I don't find one, I'm going to just tell you guys my definition. But really, I think a lot of times people think soft girl life and luxury life is one and the same and synonymous, but it depends on what your version of luxury is. Like, I feel like luxury to a lot of people is like anything that costs a lot of money, like expensive trips, designer bags, designer shoes, princess treatment. While all of those things can also be luxury, I think that my version of luxury is taking life slowly, not being in such a rush to do things, having slow mornings, just, enjoying the simple, small luxuries in life, having a better mindset, not being scatterbrained, being organized, like romanticizing my life, wearing cute pajamas. Like, there's a lot of little things that I also feel like is luxury, but kind of might be more synonymous with the soft girl life. I've been seeing a lot of like soft life type things, and I know, like, I think in like year 2022, maybe even in 2023, like there was a huge influx of people saying soft girl era, soft girl life, and some people was getting like annoyed with that, but I wanted to feel that so bad. And like, finally, I feel like I'm heading into this softer way of living, but while also being productive. Like, you got to get your hustle on, but just coming from a different and better and positive mindset. Getting into soft girl life, I really want to hone in on 4 major categories, because I thought about all the things that I did to implement a softer way of living so that I don't feel so all over the place all the time. And I'm still evolving and working on this, but I thought about some things that I did, and I broke it into like 4 main categories. So starting with the first one thing that I did to create like a softer life is I continuously work on creating a good mental environment for myself. Like, investing in your home space. I think that investing in your home is like super important, especially if you're somebody like me who is in fact a homebody. I love being at home. My social battery dies very quickly, and I think that like just even little stuff like well, my mom made this, but I kept it. Like, I like to repurpose things too. So like, this was made for a specific event when I got my master's degree, but I repurposed it for decorative purposes for my home, because my accent color right now is soft pink in my home. So I just feel like investing in your space. Another thing is having good morning routines that sets the tone for the day. That is something that's like extremely important for creating a good mental environment. I mean, it's like more important than you think. A lot of times I wake up feeling like all over the place. Sometimes I wake up too late and I'm like all discombobulated. It's just not a good way to wake up, because it really does affect the trajectory of the rest of your day. Like, if you wake up like in like a frenzy, Like, you're going to get dressed in a frenzy. You're going to be doing your skincare routine in a frenzy. You're going to get to work and you're going to have an attitude with people. You're going to want to be left alone. You're not going to be as friendly most of the time. Like, some people live in this like hustle bustle culture, but I realized for me, something that creates a good, really mental like space for me is creating a morning routine. So a morning routine that works for me. Then I notice I don't do it every single day, but I'm working on myself. To create a better morning routine, you should get up a little bit earlier, like at least a half an hour earlier than what you would normally get up. I like to come in the living room, stretch my body. I like to do a really quick devotional. So I'll listen to scripture and I'll listen to the actual devotion on the Bible app as I'm stretching and stuff like that. And then I'll just sit there with like peaceful music playing with no words, just sit there in peace, like for a good like 5 minutes. And then like, you know, and a candle is usually lit too. I love candles. So I'll like light a candle and I'll just sit there. That to me, like before I even open my mouth and talk to people, that to me really, really works. And it helps me get into the flow and set the tone for my day. Also, another thing you can do is change the scenery. If you are in a house a lot, like me, like I said, sometimes I need a good change of scenery. A lot of times my boyfriend will call me, where you at? I'm at a coffee shop. That is my favorite place to go. I love coffee. It's a really good idea sometimes to just get up and get out the house, change the scenery, do what you got to do. Like if you have to do work, if you can help it and get away from your desk, try to like go somewhere else. Even if you're in the office, like try to take a walk, go somewhere else, change the scenery. You will be surprised at how it will create a good mental environment for yourself. Like a lot of times I'll be at work and just feel stuffed at my desk sometimes. And just a simple thing like taking a walk to like Sephora, even if I don't buy anything, or taking a walk to go somewhere, like it really, by the time I come back, I feel like kind of like refreshed, like I had a real break, you know? So that really helps. And also another thing that helps create a good mental environment for yourself is starting the day off with certain content. I honed in a lot on this, like in my last video. Content is very important. That's why I'm creating this positive content for you, whoever is watching. Yes, you. Your mindset is really, really important, and the content you consume goes hand in hand with that. So I know that for me, I like to start the day off with like gospel music, or like when I get to work. Now, granted, I do have the luxury of creating my own schedule at work as far as like how I go throughout my day. So I do have the luxury of getting to work and being able to go, you know what? I think I want to just sit down and journal for a second, or I want to sit down and listen to scripture while I write out a prayer, something like that. Like, or while I'm working, I like to watch, I like to listen to podcasts or watch like really inspirational content or something like that. Like just to get inspired, you know. You don't have to do those exact same things, but I think it's really, really important to really think about the content you're consuming. And starting the day off with good content, it can really help the trajectory of the rest of your day and creating a good mental environment for yourself. So getting into the next thing that I want to talk about, this one is an important one. It is implementing boundaries with yourself and with others. So I think when it comes to implementing boundaries with yourself, it's like so many things that we do that we create excuses for, like we procrastinate. I think you sometimes have to take social media breaks. Now, if you don't want to go cold turkey, like I don't really go cold turkey, like deleting the app off my phone or anything, but I spend a lot of times just being in the moment. I will take my cute little picture of the environment and then put my phone down. Or sometimes I won't even take a picture of where I'm at. Sometimes I'll just enjoy the space around me. Sometimes I put the phone down for most of the day. Like sometimes I'm just like so lost on what's going on in the world. Like that recent Cat Williams interview that went off and popped off, I just was so lost with that because I wasn't really like on Instagram. I wasn't really like watching that type of stuff. Also, saying no. It was really hard for me to create boundaries today. Like today, I wanted to film this video, but I really also want to spend time with my boyfriend. I had to tell him, look, you cannot come over today. I have to work on this. I have to do this. And sometimes you have to tell people no, or you just have to say a little bit later at a different time. I had to put my phone on Do Not Disturb. My cousin been texting me all day. It's like, I don't like doing that. It feels uncomfortable at first, but it's something you have to do to like really, really boost the quality of your life. You have to create boundaries because you'll never regret it in the long run. Also, taking the pressure off. This is a big one. This is a big one because I mean a lot of things when I say take the pressure off, girl. I think in that last video that I made, I had just gotten to the point where I wanted to take the pressure off of myself and I didn't know how to do it yet. Now I'm full blown, like going into 2024, I'm like unapologetically taking the pressure off myself because there's some things that just are not my responsibility or I'm not in the position to do right now. And you have to be okay with that. You have to take the pressure off yourself. Take the pressure off of yourself when it comes to helping those around us. Sometimes we try to help people so much and we don't even have the tools to really help ourselves yet. We have to help ourselves and before we can really go into helping somebody else. Take the pressure off yourself. Sometimes you are encountered with really entitled people who will make you feel bad for saying no or saying, oh, not right now, or saying I don't have it. Like, take the pressure off yourself. Also, take the pressure off yourself to impress other people. I think that's a big one for me because I feel like for so long I wanted to impress very specific people in my life and I wasn't being authentic to who I really was and what I really wanted. Take the pressure off. Like, think about what it is that you want to do, what will make you happy, and just relieve yourself of that burden of trying to impress everybody because guess what? You can't impress everybody. You can't impress everybody. So why even try to fake the funk like you can? Like, you can't. So just take the pressure off, girl. Sis, I'm telling you, take it off. Also, take the pressure off of yourself. What do I mean by this? I mean so many things by this, but I can give you an example. I like going into 2024, at the very end of 2023, I was like getting really, really sick. I hated the fact that I could not do my 2024 like glow up stuff, like making my vision board. I couldn't clean my house the way I wanted to. I couldn't cook what I wanted to. My boyfriend tried to help me, but it's like I went into the new year with kind of like a negative mindset. And I feel like I was putting so much pressure on myself over something that like was out of my control completely. Like I got sick. Like, and why am I putting so much pressure on myself to have a vision board done by the first of the year when I have a valid excuse. I felt sick. Like, point blank period. When your body is telling you to rest, just rest. Like, take the pressure off of yourself. Stop feeling like you have to be busy at every second of the day. When you're somebody who's highly ambitious, like, you can kind of feel, us highly ambitious people, we can kind of feel like so guilty when we're not getting enough done throughout the day. But there's ways you can tackle achieving your goals without like burning yourself out. So take the pressure off of yourself. Take off that burden of like trying to fill up your day and impress everybody and, you know, not prioritizing, not saying no. All of these are ways you can literally just boost the quality of your life. Setting boundaries with men as well. Let's be clear, ladies, I know so many girls that just allow themselves to be mistreated by men. They don't set their clear boundaries with men. Why are we talking to somebody who we know has eyes for everybody else in a mama? Like, why? You want a man to do X, Y, and Z for you? Stop talking to men that doesn't do that. Point blank, period. You got to get comfortable with being alone. You got to get comfortable with saying no to men. Like, it's a lot. I mean, we can have a whole nother video on boundaries, but I'm telling you, like, implementing boundaries can really improve the quality of your life and help you live that more soft girl life that you really want to live. But you have to, like, romanticize the idea of all these things. You can't go into it like feeling like it's a burden, because then it just won't even feel soft. It defeats the whole purpose of the whole, like, boosting the quality of your life thing. Like, you gotta really be ready for this change. For me, it worked. I was isolated at first, and now that I'm ready to get back into the swing of the things that I really, really want to achieve, these are the things that helped me really boost the quality of my life and live in a more soft mental space. Two more things. We got two more little chapters here. Third thing is implementing financial responsibility and literacy. Now, I know this one is like not fun. It's not cute. Like, but trust me, it is. It's really important to become someone who is financially literate. You got to stop making excuses about how you were raised and what environment you were raised in as to why you're not financially literate. If you are around my age, you have no more excuses. Like, I had to stop doing that. Oh, I wasn't taught to do this. I wasn't taught enough about credit. I wasn't taught this. I wasn't taught that. It's not an excuse when you reach a certain age, and we all have the internet. We cannot, sorry if you hear the dog outside, like, that's not my dog. But we have to get into we have to get into the mindset of being fully responsible for where we are in life, like taking accountability for where we are. And a lot of times our financial irresponsibility is at the hands of ourselves. Yes, it started when we were a kid. We didn't get the education and the tools that we needed to have financial literacy and responsibility, but you have to educate yourself on finances, create monthly budgets for yourself. I know a lot of us don't like that word budget, but until you get to that place of super financial freedom, sorry, you kind of have to, like, create budgets for yourself. Unless you want to live wild and free, by all means, girl, go ahead. But create lists of what you want to purchase that month outside of responsibilities. Like, you know, after you take care of your priorities, like your bills and all of that stuff, if you want to purchase something for yourself, go ahead. But maybe think about all the things you want to purchase and then come up with what you want to purchase first, and or what's more so in your budget to purchase that month versus what can wait till next month. Like, there's a lot of things you can do to budget without it feeling so horrible. Like, you could still treat yourself. I'm not saying that, but these are just things that I did to try to create a better quality of life without, you know, like, not feeling like I'm living paycheck to paycheck. Another thing you could do is come up with more affordable beauty routines. Us as women, we spend hundreds and hundreds of dollars on beauty regimens and beauty routines and hair. You know how I don't even want to get into how much this tape-in install was, but hundreds and hundreds of dollars. But I think something that we can do to really, really help ourselves is coming up with what our priority is on our beauty regimen. For me, it's my hair. I had to realize that because I was spending hundreds of dollars on my nails, and then I have realized, wait a minute, I'm having super razzle-dazzled out nails just to, you know, work in an environment where that's not even that appropriate. So I had to realize, like, hair is more up my alley. Like, I care more about my hair right now than I do my nails. So I opted to go to a less expensive nail salon. I do my own lash extensions. I treat myself to, like, luxury quality items every now and then, but I don't go overboard with it. I don't max out credit cards to try to look up, like, Instagram ready. Like, I just don't do that. But something else you can do to create financial responsibility is stop eating out so much. Stop giving Uber Eats all your money. Stop giving these restaurants all your money. I love to eat out, though. I'm not even gonna lie. This is something I'm talking to myself right now with this one. but cooking more at home and meal prepping, because I love to cook. I never thought I would say that, but the older I get, the more I love to cook. And it's like, it's so much more rewarding when you're like cooking your own meal. And a lot of people keep saying cooking is becoming just as expensive as going out. That's a lie. Even with inflation, it's like when me and my boyfriend, we spend a lot of money on eating out, best believe we are spending at least $45, $50, $60 a day. It doesn't cost that much to cook your own meals or meal prep at home. Like, yes, you have to buy groceries probably once every 1 to 2 weeks or whatever, depending on what you want to cook. But it's not quite that. I mean, that's just my unpopular opinion. I saw a lot of people saying that. But these are things you can do to implement financial responsibility and literacy, and take it like little steps at a time. I'm like, my point in this video was to give you tips on what I did on how to boost the quality of your life without feeling like you're coming at it from such an aggressive standpoint, like without feeling like overwhelmed by it. Little steps every day creates one really huge milestone in your life. So don't underestimate the power of small steps. Please, like, do not underestimate it. And then my favorite one, the one that I feel like is the most fun of the whole video, is enjoying the soft luxuries of life. Now, in the beginning, I talked about luxury and what it means to you. To me, all these things that I implemented is what luxury means to me at this moment in my life. And please don't think that luxury can't change in your life. But at this very moment, these are the things that bring me joy and that helped me create a better quality of life. And how I enjoy the soft luxuries is journaling. I love, love, love to journal. And I know it can feel really, really awkward at first, but it's really important to get your thoughts out. And I think that something that will really help you guys is using journals that already have prompts in it. If you're not somebody who can just like come up with your own journal entries or whatever, maybe buy a journal that already has prompts in it, because you'll start to think about things that you never even thought you had to think about, if that makes sense. Like I have this one journal. I'm going to put it on the screen, but it has a bunch of prompts in it, and I really, really love it because it forces me to think about things that I didn't really think about before. Like where I am in my career journey and how that affects my mental health and how that affects, I mean, I have thought about that before, but if you haven't, like, those are things like how your relationships really, really affect your mental space, and where you feel like you are with friendships, and where it's just so many great, like, even like down to health. Like, it talks about like food and how to live a healthier lifestyle, like little entries like that. And I feel like it has like little charts in it. It's a really great journal. And I think that that's a way, I think when you had a long day, get your glass of wine. And if you don't drink, get your tea or whatever you want to drink and sit down and journal. Girl, something about that just feel mature. It just feel mature to journal. Another thing is writing down lists. I know that doesn't sound like a soft luxury to you, probably. But to me, I wrote that in this category because I feel like it helps you stay as organized as you possibly can, which is a luxury in itself, because if you're scatterbrained all the time, it does not boost the quality of your life. So boosting the quality of your life and living a more soft girl like life is write down lists for everything. I have a menu on my refrigerator of and on that menu I can write down different meals of each of the week, and it really helps me think about, okay, what groceries do I want to buy this week to go with this meal? Like stuff like that. Or every time I go to Target, best believe I'm utilizing my notes app to write down everything. I write down lists for everything. Like just for New Year's, I went to spend time in DC. I wrote down a list on all the things that I wanted to take to DC, and I was only there for one night, but I didn't want to have scatterbrain. Like, I didn't want to be somebody who was all over the place trying to pack everything and forget. I still forgot shoes, but you know, I'm just a girl. But writing down lists can be so beneficial in helping you stay organized and boost the quality of your life. and help you feel a little bit more luxurious because you are so organized. I'm telling you, it being organized feels luxurious in itself. Getting your hair and nails done. Of course, always invest in your physical appearance. I'm not saying don't. Like, that'll help you feel really beautiful. Investing in your wardrobe. A lot of girls right now are calling it your capsule wardrobe. This is a struggle of mine. I feel like when it comes to clothes, I'm not that well versed on clothes, but I'm getting there. I'm investing. Be authentic to yourself, but also be a shapeshifter. Know that there's a time and a place to wear everything. That's a whole nother video. But investing in a capsule wardrobe for yourself can really help you like boost the quality of your life, because when you look good, you feel good. And when you fit that appropriate environment and what you have on, you feel a lot better. Like you're not like a sore thumb sticking out. Wearing nice pajamas around the house. That's stuff that I like to do. Like throw on some lingerie. It makes me feel beautiful at night. It makes me feel like I'm living a luxurious life. Notice how all these things I'm saying are not things that cost thousands and thousands of dollars. I'm not telling you to go out and buy a Balenciaga bag. I'm not telling you to do that, because I would never tell you to do that to boost the quality of your life, because that's not smart if you really don't have it. But these are things that can really, really help boost the quality of your life with little to no cost. Wearing nice pajamas. You can get nice pajamas off Amazon. You drinking out of nice glasses. This is not my favorite glass right now, but drinking out of nice glasses at home, trying new recipes if you like to cook, going on a walk. Like, I'm telling you, all these things can help boost the quality of your life. I realize that I love taking walks. It gets the blood flowing in my body, listening to a podcast while I'm walking, or catching up with a family member or something while I'm walking. Let's start to be people who can multitask. You can always like do two things at a time. And that, like, multitasking, getting things done, helps you boost the quality of your life. You can go on a walk while catching up with your mom on the phone. You can go on a walk while catching up on a podcast that you might have missed. Like, all these things, like always feeding your soul with something that is entertaining yet productive is really, really important. I already mentioned this, but something that I do that really boosts the quality of my life is going to really beautiful places and sitting there to work. Like, sometimes it's a coffee shop. I love coffee shops, especially really nice looking coffee shops, because when it's something about being around other like-minded people, even if you don't know them. A lot of times in coffee shops, other people are working as well. And you get all different types of people that go into coffee shops. And it helps you feel more luxurious when you're around other, like, affluent people. Sometimes there's people at coffee shops that are very, very successful, like working on their businesses or working on all types of things. And you can bump into people and meet new people. Like, you never know. I love to go to like little wine shops and work. Like, ask them right for their Wi-Fi, girl. Ask them for their Wi-Fi and go to a little like cocktail place or wine shop. Pull out your laptop, or even just pull out your notebook and journal. Take yourself out on dates outside of a romantic partner or friendships. Because, like, in my last video, I seemed very anti-friends, but I promise you I'm not. I have really gotten back into the swing of things and started hanging out with friends a lot more. I've even made a new friend. But outside of hanging out with your friends, like, go out with yourself, get to know yourself, journal, anything that helps you feel more productive, but also luxurious. And it's just so many little things you can implement to boost the quality of your life. And these are all the things that I've done within the last few months while I was away. I just wanted to make this video because I thought that, this would be a perfect video to come back on. So if you want to hear certain things from me, if you want to see certain things from me, please let me know down below in the comments. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And please share this video if you want. And please hit that notification bell so that you can be notified whenever I post a video. And Happy New Year. And I hope you guys become your best selves this year. I wish us all abundance and prosperity in all areas, in peace, love, finances, joy, family, whatever luxury and abundance means to you. I wish you guys all the best, and cheers to an amazing 2024. Bye.